Tonight our guest happens to be the one, the only, the infamous Tasso Spanos. I will just tell you, yeah, we have quite a following here tonight. We're all groupie. No, just kidding. I was with Tasso a couple of weeks ago, and he was at the University of Pittsburgh in Titusville. Believe it or not, teaching a course to dentists. Imagine, dentists. And he'll tell you about what that was all about later on in the show. But first, we are here tonight to help you. This is going to be probably one of the most memorable programs you will have watched in years, because Tasso Spanos is going to teach you how to be pain-free. It starts with a stretching technique, as he was explaining just earlier. And we have 3 people out of the audience that we've selected, and one of them, I told my mom, I said, "Mama, you got to come up here and be a part of this." And so for all of those of you that are in your 70-ish, 80-ish, 90-ish, she'll represent you. We have someone in the middle, someone at the end, guy, gal, all age groups here. And so, Mr. Spanos, take it away. What do we want to do first?
Well, everybody at home and the 3 participants today, we're going to see how far can you move your neck. So we have to figure out how far you can go before we improve it. So we have to know what can you do from the beginning. So everybody, turn carefully to the right and turn your head to the right and see how far you can go. Is your nose over your armpit? Are you able to get your nose to your shoulder? Are you able to see something? But look out the right eye and memorize how far you can see. Memorize that, okay? Now let's memorize turning to the left now. So memorize turning to the left. That's fantastic. And memorize. So now don't look at some fly or some bug going up the wall, because that'll move, see? So memorize maybe a knot on the paneling or something like that. Okay, you got that memorized? Let's look up now, everybody. Everybody at home should be doing this now. Look up as high as you can. You do it slowly. Don't move fast. Okay, and how far? What are you looking at? What's the furthest thing you look straight ahead? Like I see a spot on the ceiling. And then bring your chin down. How close does your chin get to your chest, see? So you want to bring your chin down towards your chest. Got it memorized. Now I'm going to ask you in 10 minutes from now to re-examine that. So I want you to remember. So I don't want you to tell me I don't remember, because we will only accept Alzheimer's excuses that you don't remember. But if you do remember, pay attention. So here we go.
Now, what are you looking for as you're doing this? I'm going to just break in here occasionally and talk.
I look to see how far these people could turn right, left, up, and down. And what that does, it tells me the conditions of 16 neck muscles. Now, there's 16 neck muscles, and they're big troublemakers. Big troublemakers. They cause 80% of the headaches, 50% of the jaw and face aches, and 20% of the neck ache. So the neck muscles are causing more troubles in the head and face than they're causing in the neck. And because this pain is referring, remember we talked about there's a hole in the roof here and a leak in the ceiling here. Everyone tries to fix the leak in the ceiling and doesn't go to the source of the problem. So what we're doing, we're stretching the 16 muscles, and these are exercises number 25 to 35 on anybody who has my video. We have a video of 100 exercises. This is just 10 exercises. So here we go. Hold on to the chair now. So hold on to the chair, and that holds your shoulders down. So when you turn like this, you're able to, it holds you down. Your shoulders are kept down. So now let's look to the right and keep our head there for a few seconds, and then turn carefully to the left and look at it there. You got to do it too, David, even though you're not on camera.
I'm watching you guys.
I know. See, but you want to see if you improve, see? And then look up, and then let's look right again, and then look left again. So we're concentrating on stretching about 3 different muscles that cause 3 different problems. Okay, now let's look up. Rest in the center, because some people need to rest in the center because they've had a car accident, they've had a whiplash, and they can't stand large, quick movements. So let's look down now. Rest in the center. Again, let's look up, rest in the center, and look down.
This doesn't seem like it's doing much. It really is.
We're concentrating. See, a lot of people say I do these neck rolls. Well, the neck rolls are okay if you've been doing them for years, but this is specifically going one direction. So we're getting a huge movement in one direction, and then a huge movement in another direction, and then we change the direction. See? Now, If you have a headache that's back here, it's coming from neck muscles down below, and those are stretched by pulling your head down this way. And you also can have a very heavy head. See, the average woman's skull weighs about 8 pounds. So if all these muscles are holding up the head, all these muscles, all these bungee cords are holding up the head, you're holding up the head with an 8-pound head with all the muscle. But if half the muscles are working because they're tight, then the half that are working are seeing in proportion a 16-pound head. Now, what do you get for a 16-pound head? You get a very heavy head and a headache right there. What if a fourth are working and you have a 32-pound head? You're in the nursing home then. And the people in the nursing home, you say, Uncle Charlie, are you okay? He says, yeah, does anything hurt? No, but their head's never up. It's never up. And he said, where's my tray? That's all they want to know in the nursing home. Where's my tray? So, hold on to the chair, and now, anybody in the audience, if they have a headache around their eye like a sinus headache, this is cold season, so pay attention, everybody. Let's turn our head to the side and bring our chin down. You do this with us, Lori. And this muscle is called sternocleidomastoid. It causes a lot of problems going to the eye. What's it do? You can blur the vision or double the vision.
I want to close up here on Tasso for just a second, because I want them to really see close up what you're doing. Okay.
Chin goes down.
You're looking to the left here,
and then bringing the chin down,
all right?
Down towards the armpit.
And holding it how long, Tasso?
2-3 seconds.
2-3 seconds.
2-3
now
seconds.
then you get up and you come back over,
and then get the other side.
And then now you look down from that angle.
That's right, because these muscles work in pairs. One side is like Ginger Rogers, the other side is like Fred Astaire. They're in a dancing team together, so you got to get them both in good shape. Now, what else does this do? It can cause a droopy eyelid. If anybody has ptosis or a droopy eyelid, this is how to fix it. This also can cause the white of the eye to get dim. Keep doing it, everybody. And it can get the white of the eye to look red, like it's infected, but it isn't. And it also can cause tenderness on top of your scalp, and it also can cause a dry cough. Not a wet cough. That's sick. Dry cough means you're coughing for no reason at all. Now, there's a back part to this muscle, and the back part of this muscle doesn't affect the eye so much. It affects the ear. So we turn our head to the side now and bring our chin up. Bring it up.
Wow, that hurts when I do that.
It does. And Lori's, I can see Lori over there. She's doing it pretty well because I treated her earlier, and
doesn't that hurt?
That's great. Now
I'm gonna walk in front, guys. So don't get all nervous here when I walk in front of you. Now, I'm just gonna show because see, Mama's typical of some older people that are having the issue with this.
And a 17-year-old could be just as bad as her.
Right. Yeah, well, here I am. I'm brilliant. I'm having trouble. So what? I just had a birthday. So what happens is you look toward me, Mama. Okay. Now, try to look up as far as you
can. With your chin.
See, that hurts, doesn't it? Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she looks down. Okay, now go to the other side and do the same thing on the other side.
And turn
so
your
she
head
looks
up
over here. Now she's trying to look up. She's going up as high as she can. That's stretching all down through here.
That's correct.
You can feel that.
All right. Okay. And this muscle affects the ear. So this can affect. You can think there's water in your ear. Your ear is stuffy, and you don't hear so well, and you get dizzy if you get up quickly from the bed or chair, and you can have a headache over the eyes. Older people don't seem to have headaches as much, but they have the other symptoms. So you have fluctuating hearing.
You lose your balance.
And you lose your balance, that's right. You get postural dizziness, and that's part of this muscle. So if you have postural dizziness, anybody at home, turn your head. You'll say, I may have low blood pressure. You may have low blood pressure, but you may also have this part of your dizziness. So you turn your head to the side and bring it up. Let's keep on going. Can you do enough of these?
And how often should you do this?
You do 2-3 of them. Like if you're in trouble, you should do 2-3 of them every hour.
Every hour?
The exercise you need for a couple of weeks. See. Now, also, if that affects the hearing, you know the old joke, Murphy's driving the car, and the police pulled him over and he says, I wasn't speeding, officer. I know you weren't speeding, Murphy, but you dropped your wife out of the car, and you've been dragging her for 6 blocks. So he says, oh, praise be to God. He says, I thought I was going deaf. So fluctuating hearing is not deafness. So if you hear pretty good on Monday, don't hear so good on Thursday, you could be either Murphy, who doesn't want to hear his wife anymore, or you could have something wrong with this muscle. Now, the most common headache is a temporal headache. And if you have a temporal headache long enough, your teeth can start hurting. So this is what I had to teach the dentist, that this muscle here can make the jaw hurt, which can then hurt the teeth. Now, here's an exercise for that. We drop the head sideways, one way, then the other way. One way, and you're dropping it dead center, dead sideways. Mom's doing it really well. And this is for a temple headache or a pain on the edge of the side of your neck, Lori, see? Dropping it sideways, great. Okay, now, what about a headache behind the eyeball? That's a very rare headache. I have to tell people you've won the headache lottery. You've got the rare headache. So it's behind the eyeball. And what's this like? Well, I never had it, but people say who have it, they say, well, I unscrew my eye out of my skull, I put in the thumbtack, and then I screw the eye back on top of the thumbtack. That's what it's like. Unless it's in both eyes, and it's like a ice pick going through your skull. So here's the exercise, everybody at home. If you've got to exercise, if you've got this headache behind the eyeball, here's what you do. You drop it like we did before, but you add a twist to it. You turn it to the side. So you're doing two things at one time. Drop and turn. Now, the people at home, you might have a headache tonight, and this might help it to get better. But you can start doing these exercises to prevent headaches. Hold on to the chair, Lori. So you drop and you turn. You drop and you turn. You drop and you turn. Okay, now, tightness up here, and you can't seem to turn your head to see the side view mirrors. You're stuck. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our hands onto the chair, one of them, and then pull our head down to the opposite side. So you're stretching a muscle. You're trying to feel the stretch at the junction of where your neck meets your shoulder. And this doesn't cause a headache, but it does cause a stiff neck and a pain at the top of your shoulder. Let's do the other one. And it makes you very stiff that you can't see the side view mirrors. So even these 75-year-old guys out there who are watching this thing, if they get a chance to do this, they'll start looking at the mirrors better, and they're not going to take your license away when you have 4 backup accidents in 1 year. Backing up your car, they take your license away. And if they take your license away, independence goes out. Your independence is lost. Because then you're at the mercy of your incompetent nephew, Freddie.
Is that related to Freddy Krueger?
Of course, sort of, but Freddie decides when you go to get your prescription. Freddie decides whether you're going to the movies. Freddie decides whether your nephew Freddie decides when you're going to church. Your life is wrapped around another person because you forgot to stretch your neck. It's as simple as that.